night for the chosen few. He's got the voice, the spirit, and the fire. Bigfoot, Michigan Rob, taking us higher. He built a palace of cryptids in this lonely space. True Cryptid Encounters, volumes 1 and 2. Coming from the darkness, tell your own tale. He's starting the job out past the setting sun. He's Bigfoot, Michigan Rob, until the work is done. It's a Bigfoot pirate rock and roll show. On the airwaves, watch the legend grow. Come join the beyond and hear the wild scream. Yeah! Bigfoot, Michigan Rob, time to open up your mind. Get ready to rock and roll. Yeah.
Boom, there you have it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Late Night into the Bazaar. That's right. I am BMR. Thank you for spending your Saturday night, as always, here on the ever-popular and growing show. I got the lovely Monica, our paranormal world tonight. Bizarre news and all that good stuff. Thanks to all of you for coming on in. I see Amy Creel's in the house, the first lady of the chat room. I said some highs during the introduction. Kurt W75, Donna, Eloria, SNX Radio. Thank you for the awesome super chat to get the party started. Mickey G, who else? Jonacide, Donna, blah, blah, blah. I can't see very well, as you all know. Ha ha. All you guys. Well, thanks to everybody. I got to stop there because literally it is kind of blurry. I've been frazzled and running around all day. I have. So, yeah, now I'm getting my composure. Hey, it's the Finster. Uncle Robbie is here for Jason Finch. How about that, Jason? Shout out to Jason. Hit that like button. Subscribe to Bigfoot Mission Rob on YouTube if not already. Monica, our paranormal world, and the Blondes and Booze. And yes, Coley, SNX Radio, who's in the house. We're doing some collabs together. We got a lot of great shows in store. The venture has been very good, very successful so far. We got a lot of cool stuff planned for that. So check it out. Check it out. The Super Cat is open. Already got 2 Super Cats. You also can become BMR Pirates. Join the many, join the few, depending on your point of view. Thank you indeed for that ever so much for all you pirates out there and for all your love and support. With that being said, I'm not going to waste any more time. We got a packed show tonight. I'm going to bring up Monica. I'm just making sure that she's got her face ready to roll. And she does.
I'm good to go.
You're always good to go. Hi, Monica. How are you?
I am well. How are you, Robbie?
Thank you, Monica. I'm pretty well.
Awesome.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how I somehow combined. Because usually, I have StreamYard, which is what we use to broadcast, right?
Yeah,
and then
correct.
I have YouTube on a separate page, right? 2 separate pages. And I kind of overlap them a little bit so I can read YouTube, but I'm mostly looking at StreamYard. Somehow they're all on the same browser page. I don't know how.
Oh, boy.
I feel so old.
Yeah. What is that? What do you do? Use 2 tabs then? Is that what you do?
Normally, yeah, that's what I do, but it's not working right now.
And then what do you do? Condense them into half screens? Probably?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I do half screens, and then
I get too confused when I try that.
It's convenient. I don't have half screens. Like I have one giant browser tab and one is StreamYard and the other one's YouTube.
Well, when you look on StreamYard, you can see, but you cannot chat because you would chat as me.
Yeah, I would chat as you because we're both admins.
Yeah, gotcha.
It doesn't recognize, which one is which. It just says.
Yeah, it says me. Yeah, there's got a way we can fix that. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I'm fine with doing that. I'm just curious how I managed this particular little
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
ingenuity.
Thank you, Pops. Before we get started, thanks to Pops, thanks to Coley, and thanks to Werewolf for the awesome Super Cats. Super Cat is open.
Super Cat.
The Super Cat. Yeah, I've been a little busy running around all day, this, that, and the other. And boy, I got to tell you, Monica, 70 degrees today. And last night, thunder boomers all around Michigan.
Yeah.
And I woke up to find that 1 hour north of me, a tornado. It was just so funny. I was talking the other night, and we really, in the state of Michigan, do not get tornadoes that actually touch down. We've had some damage at a couple of Walmarts, where the roof came off and stuff like that. But we had one that touched down, and unfortunately, 3 people lost their lives.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I saw the footage of the tornado, but
yeah, well, the footage that is more popular than in north of me by an hour is the west side of Michigan, which was like horrific, like an F4.
Oh,
and that ripped through another lake community. And the other night I was talking, and I was like, yeah, we do get a lot of tornadoes on lakes, but they're water spouts and they just kind of fizzle.
Right.
These ones were on the edge of the shoreline and it took out an entire community.
That's what it looked like. It was strong. I mean, it started off, it looked like a rope tornado when it started out. It didn't look strong at first, but man, it got there and it was just, you could see the debris just flying.
Yeah.
We had tornadoes north of us up in Oklahoma City. And I saw some footage from just outside of Oklahoma City, and a woman and her teenage daughter, unfortunately, were killed in that one.
Oh, man.
And their car was, when I say totaled, that doesn't even begin to explain it. Like the whole roof of the car, like the seats were exposed, like completely exposed. There was no metal caging whatsoever left around them.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, I just can't imagine how terrifying. Tornadoes are scary enough, but when they strike at night like that.
Oh, well, at night, and I got to tell you what, last night I was doing a show, I was doing a collab with Coley, and these headphones I wear, it blocks out sound. I mean, it blocks out sound. I can only hear what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
A thunder strike was so loud that I heard it through my headphones.
Ooh. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, we had those the other night. Woke Chris and I up out of just deep sleep. Because it was 2 a.m, maybe. I'm guessing. I didn't look at my phone. But my eyes popped open immediately, and it sounded literally like a bomb went off. I'm not exaggerating. It sounded like a bomb went off. And then it got quiet, and the rain tapered to nothing. And I thought, oh my gosh, is that a tornado?
Oh, yeah. And this morning I woke up to darkness, and it was like later in the morning, and thunder boomers.
Thunder boomers. That's a new one.
Thunder. Yeah. Thunder. Oh, yeah. That's new to you. I just made it up. BMR.
Thunder boomers makes me think of old people.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Old, not us old. I mean old.
Old, like decrepit old. Yeah. Oh my God. I just realized I left my drink right over here. I'm not going to blank this out. I'll be right back in 2 seconds. You're going to say hi since you can't type. Hang on 1 second.
I can type. I can say hi to everybody, but I don't get an opportunity to talk in the chat because I'm mostly focused on talking to Rob. So hi, everybody.
See, that was pretty fast. I'm pretty fast.
It was very fast.
Arm shot away. Yeah, but I must tell you, on natural disasters, there's something, and again, I just don't like to think of it. The weather, and this is like beginning of March where I live, and usually when we get the tornadoes, we get them May, end of April or May. You know what I mean?
Right.
And tonight it's 72 degrees going down to 36 overnight. That is not good if you know anything about the weather.
That's Yeah.
I'm a self-proclaimed weatherman.
Are you?
Well,
I
self-proclaimed.
think everybody is in the spring. At least down here they are.
Yeah, the best job in the world, make $100K plus a year, and every time you're wrong, you still keep your job. You do not get fired.
The models predicted something different.
I just seen that the Farmer's Almanac, this is the last year of publication because of decades of it being wrong. But then
Really?
again, yeah, I'm like, that go figure. Wrong? Really? Everybody's wrong.
Yeah. What's up with that?
The local weatherman's always wrong.
You're picking on the Farmer's Almanac.
Yeah. I bought that one time. I don't know why.
I bought it last year.
You did?
I did.
Mm.
And promptly didn't use it.
Promptly, of course. I
It
often
has
buy
a lot of other interesting things. It's not just weather forecasts and when to plant and some of that.
I'll tell you this. When I bought mine, I don't know why. I seen it. I have a problem with buying stuff on end caps when I'm waiting in line somewhere.
I do know.
Yeah, it's a great marketing strategy.
And that's why they're there.
No, for sure. But anyway, yeah, so I know we always talk about the weather and gardening, this, that, and the other when we start shows. But weather affects all of us in all the regions of the United States. I mean,
everybody can relate.
And we're rolling into that season, especially for folks in that tornado belt, man. Prayers out to them.
I'm in that. Did you see the revised tornado alley map? Like for 2026?
I did not. Enlighten me.
It stretches deeper into Texas than it did previously.
No, it does.
Because normally it's just like my area and a little bit south, and then it goes on up. But it goes down in DFW, a little past DFW, I think.
But where you live too is what more northeast, right? You're not in the southwest.
I'm considered north central. I'm straight north of Dallas.
Straight north of Dallas?
A little northeast, just slightly northeast. I'm in Grayson County.
Yeah. Okay.
It's on the border with Oklahoma.
Okay, so you're up toward the top.
I'm at the top of Texas, yes, but not in the panhandle top.
Not in the panhandle.
Not panhandle top.
I have a general idea where you're at. I'm envisioning Texas. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Yeah.
So if you go the panhandle and then you go that long stretch, I'm about halfway. Just a little more than halfway in that long stretch before it starts heading south along the Louisiana and Arkansas border.
Yeah. And they get weather there too. So yeah, you're right there.
Oh yeah. I'm right there.
You're right there.
And as long as it doesn't hit my house, then whatever.
Well, you don't even have a cellar. You don't have.
I don't. I'd be so screwed.
You would be effed up.
I would. And my house is on pier and beam. That would be like Dorothy.
It would snap half in two.
I think. Yeah. Well, I mean, if it didn't,
you'd be in the land of the Oz. Land of Oz.
I'd be skipping down a yellow brick road with munchkins and.
Do you have ruby red slippers?
No, unfortunately. I have some sparkly silver ones though.
Well, it might.
Well, I have to like land on a witch and steal her shoes. So remember, Dorothy didn't have a
yes. I tell you, I saw the Wizard of Oz as a kid, as most of us did. I liked it, but looking back at it today, it was kind of a creepy story.
It's a weird story.
And
I remember it scaring me as a child.
Yeah.
The tornado scared me. I was terrified of tornadoes growing up. Grew up north of San Francisco, and you get a tornado once every 10 years up there.
Yeah.
And it's like an F1. It's like, it's not like what you get down here. But I was terrified of tornadoes because of the Wizard of Oz. Because that just looked like something I didn't want to encounter.
For sure. Oh, I see Keith from Michigan is in here. Sorry, Keith. I was so busy. I was going to call you because I know north of us, north of me, maybe closer to you, there's some tornado on Cass Lake or something. I'll get with you. I'm just glad you're okay. You're in the chat room, so you might be doing all right.
Hopefully.
I love Keith. He's a great guy.
He is a good guy. I hope Lauren's doing better too.
Lauren is. I talked to Keith last week, and she's doing well, and they're better. They're doing better.
Good.
So we can
Good.
shout out to Keith. Prayers always to Keith. And yes, Tex is doing fine. I saw a quick comment. Don't worry about Tex. He's taking a break. He's gone fishing. He's
going on a
back.
road trip.
Going on a road trip. Tex is fine.
He's fine.
Don't worry about Tex.
He's in the backyard digging koi ponds.
Yes, he is. In fact, I talked to Tex 3 days ago. He told me the exact same thing.
Yeah. Did he send you the photos? He's awfully proud of the hole that he dug in.
He's awfully proud of that hole he dug, as he would say. All right. Well, thanks to everybody for coming on in. Hit that like button. Subscribe to BMR if not already. And Monica, the Blondes, all that. Super Cats, of course, are open. Pirates are open. Arr, mateys. Thanks to all the pirates. Arr. So we're going to get on with this and do our bizarre news. We have some good ones. I tried to mix it up, find different things every week for everybody. I think everybody will be pleased with these. So, Monica, with that being said, we will do a little thing that we call the bizarre news straight up. All right, Monica and everybody, here we go. First item of the night, we typically do 5. Thanks to Keith from Michigan, we have 5 new pirates. Arr! Arr, matey. Thank you, Keith. Love your brother. I appreciate you. 5 new pirates. Thanks.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Shout out to Keith. Prayers to Keith and his family. Okay, but he's fine. He's fine.
He's fine.
He's a good guy. Okay,
here
we go. Great guy. Met him in Missouri. And Lauren. Awesome people. Moving on. Bizarre news. This says actually, Monica, late last week. And I think it's in March. So, yeah, I'm going to roll with that here.
Okay.
Late last week, a strange headline began circulating across European religious and UFO research circles, claiming that officials inside the Vatican may be quietly studying what insiders have dubbed alien confession booths.
What?
Alien confession booths.
With insiders. Okay.
Please, Monica. I don't know. We'll see. Let the story unfold.
I'm shutting my mouth. I'm listening.
Inside, I don't know. You know, the Pope. I don't know. Okay. While the Catholic Church has made no formal declaration of confirming extraterrestrial contact, leaked documents and witness accounts suggest that clergy connected to the Vatican's research offices have been discussing how non-human intelligences might communicate spiritual experiences with humanity. The rumors first surfaced on March 2nd when Italian investigative journalist Marco Bellini claimed that a retired cleric working within archives of the Holy See contacted him with a bizarre allegation. Quote, the priest told me that certain theologians have debated for years whether extraterrestrial beings, if they exist, would possess a concept of moral accountability. Bellini said during an interview on Rome's Radio Note, the phrase he used was confession for the visitors. At first, I thought it was a joke, he proclaims. Then there goes on this quiet theological debates. According to Bellini's source, a small working group of theologians and astronomers connected to the Vatican Observatory has allegedly explored hypothetical protocols should intelligent non-human entities ever initiate contact. One proposal never formally adopted was described as a neutral confession chamber where communication with unknown intelligences could occur through translators, symbolic language, or AI interpretation. The concept reportedly draws inspiration from traditional Catholic confessionals, but we designed more as a spiritual dialogue chamber rather than a sacramental booth. Continuing on. Adding fuel to the rumors, a maintenance contractor working near the observatory's research campus in Castel Gandolfo claims he saw an unusual installation being assembled late last year. Giovanni De Luca, 52, told local reporters it looked like a confessional box, but with cameras and strange sensors. There were cables everywhere. I asked one of the technicians what it was for, and he laughed and said, maybe one day the aliens will need forgiveness too. Right now I'm really, I'll tell you later. Church officials contacted about the claim insisted the equipment was part of a linguistic AI experiment used for studying ancient texts. UFO researchers react. The rumor immediately caught the attention of UFO disclosure advocates. Dr. Elena Kovacs, a researcher with the European Institute for Exo Studies, believes the Vatican has long considered the theological implications of extraterrestrial life. The Vatican has some of the most advanced astronomical research facilities in the world, Kovacs said. If any institution has quietly contemplated how alien intelligence fits into human spirituality, it would be them. Several Vatican astronomers have historically stated that discovering alien life would not contradict Catholic doctrine. Municipal officials in Rome did respond. Officials in the city of Rome dismissed the story as internet speculation, but admitted the viral rumor has sparked a surge of curiosity among tourists feeding St. Peter's Square. And there's a lot more to this, but I'm going to leave it at that because I think we do have enough information, at least from this story. And everybody listening, before Monica gives me her,
my point of view
on this. This is something I would like to do a deep dive and look a little further into because I don't vet everything that I read, and I like to produce evidence or some sort of truth, right? But I don't know what you think, Monica.
I think that if they were building alien confessionals,
that's the whole thing.
How are you translating it? What's your Rosetta Stone? What's your baseline for translation? Or do they just go in there? If you can herd them into a box on an alien planet, they just probably invaded. Do you think that it's confession that the thing's going to be doing? It's going to be, yeah.
I'm with you on that.
It would be calling you everything but a child of God, probably.
Yeah, and
it's assuming it's a kill box.
Oh, for sure.
I would assume that.
I would assume that too. And as I was reading through, and there was a lot more to that entire piece that I found, right? And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I'm just going to kind of cut it off there. It's like, come on, really? Alien
of
confessionals?
All the things that would be going through my mind if aliens materialized.
Yes.
Shoving them into a Catholic confessional
is
not on the list.
That's not on, that is far from the list.
It would be nowhere on my radar.
And one of the reasons I bring this up, it kind of sucks for people that do seek the truth in this. And then when you read blurbs like this, it's going to piss a lot of people off, right? And that's the things that people have to sift through, right?
Right. But nobody knows what's in the archives. That's a whole thing about the archives.
That's the thing. And another great point, because the Vatican is secrets galore. I'd love to go and visit the Vatican Library.
Yes, I would love unfettered access to all the entire however many miles of archives are down there.
Oh, for sure.
The books, the relics, all of it. Do you really have the Spear of Destiny? Do you have that? I don't know. I'm curious. Do you have the Ark of the Covenant, or is that in Ethiopia? Because I mean, could be. I mean, there's compelling evidence for it to be in that little temple in the middle of nowhere in Ethiopia.
Yes. Same with that. I agree. And also with the Smithsonian, right? That's another mystery.
Yeah, all the stuff that they lose. We
Yeah.
lost that. We don't know where it is. What? Who are your archivists?
Who are your who catalogs all this, right? I mean, who
Yes.
takes care of everything? And the crux behind this story, and I'm gonna say it's whatever. I mean, again, we kind of went over the points on this, but man, just when you talk about UFOs and aliens, which is a big subject, again, a big subject, right, with Trump and all this stuff. Just why muddy the waters with bullshit? Truth.
Somebody said, and I forget, it was one of the former presidents. They said aliens are real, but they're not from where you think they are. I thought it was a president. Somebody recently, a person of authority who would probably have access to secrets, said, yeah, aliens are real, but they're not who you think they are.
Yeah.
Or they don't come from where you think they come from. Like, basically, I think what I read into that is everybody thinks they come from outer space, right? And they're coming from inside the earth, or they're coming from alternate realities, right? They're coming from alternate dimensions.
Alternate dimensions. We don't know everything behind this mystery, but again, to bring in the Vatican, but the thing about this entire thing, going back to the topic of the start of the story, alien confessional booths. Yeah,
come on. You've got too much time and money if you're building alien confessional booths. I mean, we all know that the Vatican has enough money.
We certainly do.
And they'll make the time.
I hear you 100% on that one. So I thought that was interesting to start the show, to warm up everybody, to kind of, I knew, Monica, where your head would be spinning on that one. And again,
my love for organized religion.
And everybody that's here, this is the bizarre. Yes, your love for organized religion. Oh, God. You're so passionate about it, Monica. You are.
Passionate about.
Oh, my God. I hate to tell people I'm Catholic, for God's sakes.
I mean, if I have to lean into one, it would probably be Catholicism. I was baptized.
Well, yeah, me too. I was baptized. Yeah, I believe in God and Jesus, but then, the Catholic Church.
If I go to church, it's usually a Catholic church.
Yes, me too. If I go, haven't been in 30 years, probably 25 for sure. Yeah, I just worship my own way, man.
Yeah, I think that everybody's relationship with God is personal, and I think that the message that they would conveyed in that movie, what was it, Stigmata, is true. You don't need a church to commune with God.
No, you do not.
He's everywhere. He is everywhere.
And if you speak to him in your own personal manner, that's all you need, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, Jesus is loving.
Yeah. And it's none of anybody's business.
No one's business. Hey, there's Fidesz. Hey, Carl. Sup, Carl? Good to see you. Carl Sup. Carl Sup was on my show maybe a month ago. Go check out the archives. Carl is fantastic. In fact, I've dropped like 8, 9, 10 shorts on YouTube because every cut up I did was fantastic. Thank you to Carl. What's up? So we're going to move on to the next bit of news item number 2 here. This is news. Bizarre item number 2, everybody, is the respectable chupacabra of Chile. And this is the
chupacabra of
Chile. Chile. This is in the Coquimbo region. I know you, Monica. Stop. You know me too. Coquimbo region of Chile. Had to say it. Residents of rural northern Chile are scratching their heads after an encounter that some locals are calling the strangest chupacabra sighting in years, mainly because the creature reportedly had, Monica, it had manners.
It had banners.
Manners with an M.
Yes, that's
Yes.
what not
I thought
nanners.
I thought you said banners. Like it was taking the
Manners.
like I thought you meant it was running around with the Chile flag. You know?
No.
Okay. The bizarre incident took place outside the small agricultural community of Ovale, where goat farmer Mateo Arancibia, 57, claims he came face to face with a tall, red eyed creature during the evening of February 26, 2026. Arancibia, who has raised livestock in the region for more than 3 decades, said he stepped outside his barn around 9:40 p.m. after hearing a disturbance near his goat pens. At first, I thought it was a stray dog or maybe a fox. Arancibia told regional radio station Radio Bio Bio. But when I shined my flashlight, it stood up.
Mm.
It was tall, easily over 6 feet, with glowing red eyes. According to Arancibia, not the creature appeared thin and pale gray, with a ridge of spines along its back, features often described in South American chupacabra reports. But what happened next is what has puzzled locals and researchers alike. It looks at me, he says, and then it made a sound like that, a hiss. He said, but not angry, almost polite. Hiss, hiss,
Hiss.
hiss, like it was acknowledging me. I don't know how to explain it. It hissed respectfully. Moving on. Yeah. Arancibia insists the creature did not attack his animals, nor did it damage the fencing. Instead, he
Right.
claims it slowly stepped backward, keeping eye contact before disappearing into nearby scrubland. The strongest part, he added, is it didn't leave a mess. The gate I forgot to latch is closed. Whatever it was very tidy.
That's very helpful.
Neighbors report strange activity. It's very kind of the.
I'm sorry, sir. Are these your goats?
Yeah.
Allow me to exit stage right.
When I
I'll
hiss
lock
at
the gate for you on my way.
when I
out.
hiss at you, I'm gonna be very polite and I'm gonna have
Hiss.
respectful. Hiss. Hiss, pirates. Hiss, pirates. Arr.
House.
Arrs. Neighbors report strange activity. 2 neighboring farmers say they heard unusual noises around the same time. Lucia Cortez, who owns a vineyard about half a kilometer away, said her dogs began whining and refusing to leave their kennel. They didn't bark, Cortez said. They just hid. Whatever was out there scared them. Another resident, Tomas Villalobos, claims he saw 2 red lights moving through the brush shortly after 10 p.m. They were too high for a fox-ray dog, Villalobos explained, and they moved very smoothly, almost gliding. Authorities and researchers respond. Local agriculture authorities from Servicio Agricola y Ganadero inspect the property 2 days later. Officials found no signs of livestock predation, though they noted several unusual footprints in the dry soil near the enclosure. According to SAG wildlife officer Daniela Rojas, I sound like I'm in a spaghetti western. The prints were inconclusive. The tracks were elongated and partially degraded, Rojas said. We cannot attribute them to any known regional predator. Cryptozoology researcher Dr. Ignacio Barrera of the University of La Serena believes the encounter could represent a rare behavioral variant of the legendary creature. Most chupacabra, quote, reports involve aggression or livestock deaths. Barrera said. If the witness account is accurate, this may represent territorial curiosity rather than predatory behavior. Still, Barrera admits one detail is difficult to categorize.
Really,
Yes,
one?
and yes, Monica. It's always just one at the end. I have studied these reports for 15 years, he said. This is the first time anyone has described a chupacabra as polite.
A chupacabra.
Chupacabra.
The
Local legend.
chupacabra.
Chupacabra. Reminds me of my stint in Mexico. Anyways, you know that story.
I do.
Yeah, local legend growing. Since the report surfaced, locals in the Coahuimbo region have jokingly nicknamed the creature El Chabalero Chupacabra, the gentleman Chupacabra.
Mm-hmm.
And
everybody wants a dapper chupacabra. In
I
their
would
possession.
love to have that to protect my livestock. I really would.
Yeah.
Farmer Arancibia says he still checks his livestock carefully every night, but he hasn't seen the creature again. And despite the unsettling experience, he insists the encounter didn't feel hostile. If it comes back, he said with a nervous laugh, I'll suppose I'll greet it properly next time. And for now, Monica and everybody listening, residents of northern Chile remain divided, wondering whether the mysterious visitor was an undiscovered predator, a trick of the dark, or perhaps the most courteous chupacabra ever reported.
Most courteous.
Most courteous indeed. But I will ask you this on a serious note. We know about the chupacabra. I don't, you know what cryptid is, I mean, come on. They're not courteous. I guess as this report unfolds, it was very respectful. There was no damage to livestock. Nobody was hurt. Nobody was scared. In that sense, perhaps, right?
He
Because
wasn't scared looking at this thing standing up.
I would be scared as all get out.
Heck
with
yeah.
with the spines on the back, the
spines, yeah. If the glowing red eyes didn't
glowing
do it
red
for me.
eyes. I don't care if you're Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, you sprout spines and
You
glowing red eyes.
spines and red
away.
eyes. I'm like,
Yeah.
get the hell away from me. Get out of Dodge.
I don't know what to think of that.
I don't know either. I mean, I know the chupacabra exists. Let me ask you this. We'll backstep a minute. You believe in the chupacabra, right?
I believe it's possible. I think that all stories have a basis in reality, right? Most folklore has basis in reality. Most myths have basis in reality. Years and years ago, I was down in Austin, and there was a researcher from England who was giving a discussion on chupacabras, and he spent an extraordinary amount of time in Puerto Rico, where the legend originates, right?
Mhm.
Investigating all these claims, investigating all these dead chickens and goats and what have you. And a lot of the locals were pointing not only to the dead livestock, but they were pointing to it was destroying these trees. It was obliterating trees.
Okay.
Like these smaller trees. And like, long story short, through research and talking to animal experts, it was an anteater that, I mean, not killing the livestock, because obviously anteaters aren't, sucking the life out of your chickens. But that's what was destroying the trees, because the locals would be like, oh yeah, it's this. And but the tree part of it was part of the locals pointing to like destruction, saying, oh, this is classic chupacabra. All the dead animals in these trees are like decimated. Turns out they were anteaters. Now, can't account for the dead animals. I think he had some explanation for it. But I can't remember what it was. It didn't stick with me, but the anteater thing, the anteater aspect of it stuck with me. So I don't know. I don't know what to think. Like, there's no
that's
North American reptile that looks like that I can think of, to misidentify. To misidentify?
No, not at all.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
I think the guy saw something. I think he's lucky it was polite, you know.
Yeah, he's lucky that well, let's come. I think that might have been a little fluff for that story about but being polite and everything. Because let's face it, if you see a dog, man, you see a Bigfoot, any of these cryptids, if you come across, you know what I mean. If just because you don't get hurt or your livestock harmed, it's not polite when something's invading your space on your property.
Not typically. It's not like, oh, my bad, bro. Like, is this your goat?
Hey,
Caught me.
Mr.
I locked the gate on the way out. Sorry about that.
Mr. Chupacabra, you're so friendly. Hang out. Get the hell off my property, man.
They're not typically
no. And I would
friendly.
And just like the thylacine, do you remember the thylacine, which is the scientific word for the Tasmanian tiger? Devil, I mean.
Well, it's a Tasmanian tiger.
Tiger, yeah. Well, same thing. Yeah, I got you. They were trying to clone these things. There's a reason why they went extinct.
Yeah, they were hunted.
Yes, they were hunted, but you know what else they did? And they have cloned them already. Mm-hmm. I mean, do I know that as fact? No, but I've read some reports. I've looked some things up, and allegedly they are cloned right now, and they're alive. I don't know where they're at. If they're in captivity. Hey, Jeremiah, Bigfoot Society in the house.
Oh, hey, Jeremiah.
Hey, go check out Bigfoot Society. He was on my show a couple weeks ago. I did a show with him as well.
He's great.
He is great.
He is
Bigfoot
great.
Society. Yes, subscribe.
Lots of knowledge. Lots of knowledge. He's dogged. He's on it too with the reports. He actually reported a couple of things up here where I live within the last week, which was interesting.
Any of my moderators out there, please find Jeremiah's link and drop it. He's fantastic. But going back to what the hell were we just talking about here?
Chupacabra is being polite.
Yeah, not polite. I mean, I'm not going to welcome.
Or thylacines.
You're thylacine. Thank you. The thylacine. Yes. Okay. People like to talk about the woolly mammoth, and they talk about all these other creatures to bring back. There's a reason why they're extinct. It's the natural, the selection of the natural process. I believe it is natural order. Mm-hmm. If something goes extinct, there's a reason for it. And when I was reading on the thylacine, and they want to bring it back, well, it didn't harm nobody. And I started reading, Monica, and everyone listening, the thylacine tore up every farmer's crops. Yeah. It tore up everything. If you were a farmer making a living and you had these things on your property, you would starve. So yeah. Now they want to bring them back.
They were a nuisance. That's why they were hunted to.
Yes.
But that's not natural order.
With the thylacine.
With the thylacine, that is not natural order.
That's because of?
That's because humans hunted it. We're using weapons that are man-made.
Yes,
so that's not natural.
That did go over my head, I must admit, for a second. Yes, not natural, not the selection of natural order. Yes, we hunted it. It did So I didn't know that. We hunted it and we made it extinct.
We made them extinct.
Oh, it didn't just die off on its own like anything else. Thank you for that correction. I was thinking the opposite of you.
No, they were such a nuisance, in Australia. But then, in my opinion, everything in Australia is a nuisance from what I can gather by the wildlife reports I hear coming out of there. Now, if you live in Australia, power to you. I respect you for risking your life every day, opening your eyes. It's a terrifying continent from the outside perspective. I know it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I know it's beautiful.
I've never been to Australia.
I want to live. I don't want to go.
I think I would get eaten.
Yeah.
If not by a gator, a great white shark, or a big gigantic bug.
Yeah. The bushes are harmful as well. Stinging. What are they called? Like stinging trees, stinging bushes.
Yeah.
I was watching X Games like a couple of decades ago. And they were in Australia. And this one guy got pricked by a stinging bush. And it turns out that the stinging bush causes inflammation and yada, yada, yada. But it can reoccur at any point and within 10 years if you're getting stung. So you could have gotten stung 6 years ago, and the inflammation, the flare up can pop back up in not where you got stung, any part of your body. So your left ankle could swell up with inflammation from this thing.
Oh boy.
It sounded horrific.
That is horrific. It's terrible.
It is terrible. But it's a beautiful place. Like I said, I respect the people that live there.
I do. Hey, listen, I respect.
We have friends that live there.
I respect all humans of all the countries. I'm not going to disparage any country. I'd like to see Australia from a distance. Probably won't go. I'm going to be on Yowie Central. In my last podcast I'm doing on somebody else's show in a while, but I made this commitment 2 months ago with Sarah Bignell.
She's awesome.
She's awesome. I had her on. I'm doing her show, and I'm going to ask her some of these questions.
She's a lot of fun. Yeah.
She's a lot of fun.
Ask her about the thylacine. I'm sure she's got.
I'm going to ask her that.
So much information on that.
Yes, you'll have to remind me.
And they're beautiful. And what's crazy about them is they could like unhinge their jaw. Their mouth opened like unnaturally wide, like seemingly obviously it was natural, but seemingly like just a ridiculous amount, an unnatural amount.
Yeah, that's a great segue. Unhinged, my collaboration with Coley every Friday. I don't know what our times are. Unhinged, but yes, unhinged like my Bigfoot unhinged its jaw.
Nobody wants to see something menacing unhinge their jaw or its jaw.
You do not.
I don't.
I do not either. Hey, Rick. Hey, hello to everybody. On that note, I have to stretch my hip for just a minute because it's starting to bug me. I don't know why. It'll take 15, 20 seconds. So I'm gonna put you back. If you want to go back.
Robbie's got a stretch.
I do. My hip. No, people don't really realize that I did crack my hip.
Grandfather Robert must go stretch his ligaments.
Heaven forbid, Grandfather Robert. I don't have any grandkids that I'm aware of. Trust me. I know.
Teasing, Robbie.
I'm a young 42-year-old.
You're younger than me.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'll put you back. Do you want to talk to the folks? Or you want to put you
back? I can't tap dance for that long.
All right, I am back. Oh, you took the captain's seat over. The new captain of the ship is Monica. Yeah, it was funny.
Switch it back.
I don't care. It don't matter to me really. That was very interesting because I literally did have to do a stretch. It was getting very tight and starting to hurt a little bit. And it's funny because I walked down, stretched it out, and something popped. I heard there was a pop. I'm just hoping that's just because it was tight. Lord knows I'll feel it in the morning if it's anything extraordinary.
Yeah. I mean,
I never felt that ever since I've been doing these little exercises I was told I should do. Yeah, I never had that experience except for tonight on the Late Show, of course.
Did it feel better immediately
It
following?
actually didn't feel bad at all.
Yeah.
It felt okay. I think I'm fine because it feels pretty good now.
You're
Before
not
we
on the floor screaming, so we're gonna
No,
go
I'm not.
with really
No,
good.
I said well, it actually feels good. Really briefly, thanks to Coley for the super sticker, super cat, werewolf. Thank you to
Oh,
Pops, and thank you to 5 new pirates
Keith.
from Keith R. Never expected with donations, everybody. Greatly appreciated. I do appreciate all you guys. I really do. Thank you so much.
Everybody, we
It,
got such good listeners. Everybody's so awesome.
yeah,
Seriously,
we have a
everybody's great.
pretty, we don't get a lot of trolls in here either. I mean,
They're taken care of pretty quickly.
and they get zapped. They get and they have the right to get rid of any idiot, but we don't really get that. So thanks to everybody. So yeah, my hip does feel a lot better. Well, thank
Yay.
you to Mickey G. Mickey G. Thank you, Mickey.
Thanks, Mickey.
Mickey's a sweetheart. Met her in Missouri. Well, I've met a lot of these folks in Missouri. We had a great
Mhm.
turnout with our
We
follow.
had a lot of fun. We should just have meetups like random cities.
Yeah, I'm done at the conference gig. I only like them now just to, sell books and meet people. I
But
don't need
Namana is a chore. It's a chore. I tried to
it,
tell everybody.
oh my, it's a business. We spent 5 days there. It was a mixture of business and we had some fun, but God, it's so exhausting. As you well know, we slept 5 hours in 5 days, if 10 maybe. I'm being a little demonstrative, but we're going to move on. Thanks to everybody. We got another news item number 3, and this is a bizarre news feed that I find to be very interesting. This states is the news feed here is traumatized by a Sasquatch.
No, aren't they all?
Well, I was, yes.
Yeah.
And I really
to exist.
and I really read this, and I actually have to agree with what is said in this bizarre news report because it was my kind of mirrors some of my feelings when I had my experience.
Okay.
Oklahoma witness claims aggressive Bigfoot behavior is escalating. And a chilling testimony circulating through the cryptid research community is raising eyebrows and sending a ripple of concern through longtime Sasquatch enthusiasts.
Mm-hmm.
The account comes from a veteran Bigfoot researcher who says his encounter in southeastern Oklahoma left him shaken, traumatized, and questioning everything he believed about the creature. The story surfaced during a recent episode of Bigfoot Crossroads, where witness Jay Birch, now I am familiar with Jay Birch, I will say, a lifelong Bigfoot enthusiast, detail what he calls the most terrifying moment of his life. And here's the encounter as reported. According to Birch, the incident occurred late last fall, which I don't think that's accurate because I am somewhat familiar with this. But the rest of this is accurate. They're near the remote forest outside of Broken Bow, deep within the rugged terrain of the Wahita National Forest in Oklahoma. Thank you for that. Birch has spent nearly 2 decades researching Sasquatch reports and had always believed the creatures were looking elusive. I got to switch you over in my place. I like seeing your face when I read this. That's why I'm doing that. Yeah, I enjoy your.
Yeah, that's it.
There we go. Yeah. Birch has spent nearly 2 decades researching Sasquatch reports and has always believed the creatures were largely elusive, intelligent, and non-aggressive.
Huh.
That belief, he says, shattered in a matter of seconds. I've always been in the camp that they avoid humans, Birch explained during the interview. But what came out of those trees wasn't avoiding me, it was pushing me out. Birch claims he had been conducting a solo audio recording session around dusk when the forest suddenly went silent. Moments later, something massive began moving through the trees. The first thing I heard was a tree crack, Birch said, not a branch. A whole tree snapping like a toothpick. He described a large, dark figure estimated at over 8 feet tall emerging from the tree line roughly 60 yards away. Thank you to Rick Skinner. $5
Woohoo!
super cat. Rick Skinner. Arr, matey. Then came what he describes as a deliberate intimidation display. It started pacing back and forth and slamming something against a tree trunk, Birch said. Every time I stepped back and stepped forward. This wasn't curiosity, it was a warning. Unlike many reports from the Pacific Northwest, where witnesses often describe distant glimpses of a quiet forest giant, Birch says, this encounter felt calculated and territorial.
Mm.
This thing wanted me gone, he says. I felt like prey being pushed out of a hunting ground. He claims the creature then let out what he describes as a deep, guttural roar, shaking the surrounding forest.
Mm.
I've heard bears, I've heard elk. This was neither, Birch says. It vibrated through my chest. Hey, listen, a lot of what this is saying, though, kind of I relate to the vibration, this,
I
that,
get
and the
that.
other. You know
I
what I
get
mean?
that. But I mean, who would mistake an elk bugle for something roaring?
Not BMR.
Not
You
most
know,
people.
just saying, just saying. At that point, Birch abandoned his equipment and retreated to his vehicle. He says the creature followed him through the woods for several hundred yards, shadowing him just beyond the visible tree line. I could hear footsteps matching mine, he said, heavy intentional. Birch's account is not an isolated one. Not an isolated one. I read that kind of weird. Several recent sightings reported by researchers in southeastern Oklahoma. Now, really briefly, southeastern Oklahoma, you're about an hour from there, right?
A little more than that, but that's where the bulk of my research in Oklahoma took place, because that is where the original Area X for the TBRC was located.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, anyway, again, back to southeastern Oklahoma suggests a pattern of increasingly aggressive Bigfoot behavior. I don't know if Pops is still in the house. He's familiar with that area too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Local investigator Dr. Melissa Carver, a wildlife biologist who consults on unusual animal reports in the region, says the encounters share disturbing similarities. We're hearing about bluff charges, rock throwing, and deliberate intimidation displays, Carver said. These reports differ dramatically from the shy, evasive encounters often reported in the Pacific Northwest. Carver cautions that while no physical proof has been recovered, the behavioral descriptions resemble territorial responses seen in large primates. If a population of undiscovered primates existed in these forests, aggressive boundary enforcement would not be unusual, she says. The residents in rural communities around Broken Bow say strange activity has been increased ever since this report and many others outside of Birch's.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy Delgado, a logging contractor working near the forest, claims his crew has heard unexplained vocalizations at night. It sounds like a scream mixed with a growl. And again, that's how I say mine was a scream with a growl and a yell, or like a woman crying, I often say.
That's an interesting combo.
Yeah, it is.
I bet.
Yeah, it's God, I wish I would have had audio. God. It's in my mind though. I'll never forget it. And whatever it is, it's big. You can hear it moving through trees. Another local resident, Cynthia Hale, says something has been raiding livestock pens in the area. We've had coyotes before, but nothing that bends fence posts, Hale said. Something big is out there. Cryptid researchers remain divided. Some believe the reports represent a territorial Sasquatch population adapting to increased human activity in the region. Yeah, kind of lame. Others remain skeptical. Veteran field investigator Grant Wheeler, who has tracked Bigfoot reports for over 25 years, warns against jumping to conclusions. Fear can exaggerate perception, Wheeler says, but the consistency in these intimidation behaviors is interesting. For Jay Birch, the experience has fundamentally altered his relationship with the mystery he spent years chasing. People like to imagine Bigfoot as this peaceful forest guardian, he said. But whatever I encountered that night, it was something entirely different. And again, I like what he says because I often say this. The only flack I ever get from folks is when I say Bigfoot is not the forest friendly giant. I get a lot of
It is
flack when I
not.
say that. He is not, everybody. He is not. Are they nice and peaceful? I suppose so.
I suppose some of them could be.
Yeah.
I'm saying all of them are vicious and bloodthirsty, but
And my response to these people is, okay, if you have Bigfoot on your property, put your kids at the tree line where they're at.
yeah, you trust them that much.
Yeah.
No, actually, don't do that because these people probably might do that.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I find that a lot of people do a lot of people say what I say, and I got to watch literally over the years. I don't get it. Bert says he has not returned to that section of the forest ever since.
Sure.
I went looking for proof, he admitted. Instead, I found something that made it very clear I wasn't welcome. Authorities in southeastern Oklahoma have not confirmed the presence of any unknown wildlife species, though forest officials remind visitors that the region is home to black bears, wild hogs, and other large animals capable of aggressive behavior. Still, among cryptid researchers, one question continues to circulate. If Sasquatch does exist, could different populations behave very differently depending on where they live?
Yes.
Absolutely they do, right,
Yeah.
Monica?
That's true with any animal. Just like
Any
their bodies are conditioned for different environments. And I've said this since I started investigating and looking at everything. The Bigfoot that you hear about in the Pacific Northwest are hulking and muscular and huge. They're just big and strong, right? And they get that, in my opinion, because the terrain is so much more rugged. It's more mountainous. They're having to climb to higher elevations and migrate down to lower elevations in the winter. And whereas in the South, I mean, it's pretty moderate in regards to temperature, but there's no real mountains. Like there's the Kiamichi and the Ouachita Mountains, but they are nothing compared to what you see in the West, right?
Yeah.
So the body types, they don't have to develop that muscle to traverse that kind of terrain. They're lighter typically because what do we have? You know, you get down like Honey Island and the Honey Island swamp monster and the gray
Right.
Bigfoot in the swamp. Have you been into the swamp? It's gray. It's gray in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
So it's adapting to environment. So personality as well. I'd be PO'd if I was wearing a fursuit in Oklahoma in the summer. So yeah, its attitude is going to change from the environment.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because I've noticed, and I hear this from many people, and I'm just kind of backing what you said. A lot of these encounters with these cryptids, we'll say Bigfoot, I guess, in this sense. A lot more aggressive down south or in the heat, right?
Yeah, they're aggressive.
I mean, it sounds like it is. I mean,
I think that they migrate. I do.
I think they
they
do.
migrate.
I think they do go from place to place. I think what they'll do is they'll come back.
Mhm.
They
I
might
think they have corridors.
I think they have their corridors. I think they travel on that corridor, whether it be the rivers, the waterways, the watersheds.
Sure.
And just follow the tracks. A lot of people have seen Bigfoot along railroad tracks.
Well, yeah, power lines.
Yeah, power lines in a forest.
Yeah, on oil pipelines. Where it's cleared.
Anything like that. And I also did hear too briefly when we talk about the vast amount of land, like Alaska. I hear a lot of people find that they come across, and they don't come up. Believe it or not, everybody listening, there are Bigfoot or Sasquatch in Alaska, but you don't get as many reports because it's such a vast land.
Yeah.
But the reports that you get, they are humongous, and they're not too happy to see a human being either.
No. I don't know that anything in Alaska is really happy to see.
I don't think there's any happy people that live in Alaska as human beings. Unless
I
you were
don't
born.
know, there's happy people. It's a
I
beautiful
don't. If
place.
it's a beautiful place, if you were born and bred there, yes. Good old BMR is not going to put shop in Alaska. I'm not going to live there, despite
No,
the
I'll go
beauty.
visit. You know what I really wanted to do before I stopped doing it for the TBRC, or whatever when they were the TBRC, because I used to plan our little expeditions. I really wanted to get one going up into Alaska. Like, I really wanted to get one up into Alaska until I really thought about it. And grizzly bears. So I got to bow out. Like, that's why I didn't take people. I really wanted to go looking for the area that the Bowman encounter happened.
Oh
Right, the
yeah,
Roosevelt encounter.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, he gives like a general vicinity. I was pulling out maps from that time frame, like old archived maps, trying to figure out where that confluence was. And then I realized, oh, grizzly bears. I ain't doing grizzly bears.
I
I ain't
know you
doing
hate
any
grizzly
bear,
bears.
really. But grizzlies especially, like the black bear that we saw up in Oklahoma. I mean, when we were researching Open Area X in southeast Oklahoma, we had game cams all over this acreage, right? This private property in the middle of the Ouachitas. And so many bears, so many bears. Like, I could tell you all about the bears in a specific area of
Oh yeah.
Oklahoma. And yeah, I mean, they were black bears, cinnamon bears. They hated our cameras. We had to get special steel traps to put them in because they were ripping them off the trees and chewing on the cameras.
Yeah.
It gets the plastic in it. They're attracted to it. But yeah, I mean, we were at one point saying that we could be the TBRC stood for Texas Bear Research, even though it was
Texas
Oklahoma.
bear.
But anyway, yeah, it's interesting, and I don't do bears, but I would love to go to Alaska, and I would love to go to the Bowman area.
I'd love to go to the Bowman area. I'm very familiar with that, but I'm agreeing with you. I saw a Sasquatch, Bigfoot, whatever. Okay, fine. Didn't like it. I mean, part of me liked it, but I hate to even say that because of what the events that unfolded. But I will tell you this, Monica, I'd rather see a Sasquatch in the forest than a grizzly bear. I
Yeah,
think my
I would too.
my odds of survival is on the Sasquatch.
Yeah, I'm gonna, even though they're not all kind, and I would still be thoroughly freaked out, I would prefer to see a Sasquatch and a grizzly.
Yeah, I think
Agreed.
I'm gonna go with that route. I'm gonna go that route.
I've seen the remains of people that were attacked by grizzly bears. I have yet to see the remains of people attacked.
Yeah, I did. Thank you, Mr. Castro, for the awesome super cats. He says the stupid cat is open.
The stupid cat.
But hey, I'll take it. Thank you,
That works
CCR.
too.
That works, brother. Thank you. Great artwork, by the way. I still have your artwork in the far right corner of my Adobe down here. Yes. Thank you. Fantastic work. Met him again.
Excellent artist. Yes.
Excellent. I met him again. I've met so many people in Missouri.
We did.
A ton of great people. All right here in the chat room. A lot of them are. Yeah, grizzly bear. I made the mistake of watching a grizzly bear documentary, whatever you want to call it, however you want to
Documentary.
however you want to verbalize it. Right, Mike?
You can.
Anyway, I was horrified and disturbed, and because it was like unedited, it was raw, and it was terrible. I'm gonna leave it at that. You know what I'm getting at.
It was raw and it was terrible.
The raw footage was terrible. It was raw footage of raw people getting messed up. The after
by bear,
the grizzly.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's
yeah.
And that is 100% why I don't jack with bears. Any bear, really.
I
don't care. They weigh more than me, and
I don't think bear spray would help you with a grizzly bear.
Oh, heck no. So Mayan Sinski, we were talking years and years ago, and he'll relate if you ever have the opportunity to talk to him. John Mayan Sinski, he's amazing. he had an encounter with a grizzly bear where he had to play dead because
Ooh,
he's a biologist. He was in the field in like Wyoming or Montana or somewhere, and it
I know
came
his
up on
name.
him, and he laid there and had to play dead while this grizzly bear was sniffing on him. And he said
Oh,
that's the most scared he has ever been in his life.
jeez. Well, you're gonna have to remind me of that. I know the name. You'll have to remind me because I will forget. John Mysinski.
Yeah.
Do you have his contact info?
No, not anymore. I haven't talked to him in ages,
I will
but
forget.
I know
Well,
people who know people, but
well, you're
but yeah, I
very
mean, I remember him talking about it very
well,
clearly.
you're very connected. I know. But yeah, but no, I'm kidding with you. But yeah, I just thought he was still an active researcher or
He
something. So,
is. He is. I
oh
think
yeah.
he was on Monster Quest. He was on something I saw
Oh,
recently.
okay. I'll have to look him up. I'll have to dig. I'll have to dig
He's
into the archives.
awesome. But
I'll dig,
he's like a hermit. He lives like in a shack in the middle of nowhere. He's a biologist, like
those are the
seriously.
best people.
Yeah.
Those are the best people. Okay, we're gonna move on. We've got another. We did that. Oh shit! What did I do? I did something. Okay, I'm back.
You glowed red there for a minute.
Oh my god! Oh, I did something wrong again. I don't know what's going on with my
You're pushing
computer.
buttons, Robbie.
I'm having some problems here, and I normally don't have problems. Well, I'm kind of lying, but hang on. Hang on 1 second because
Put
I
on your
lost.
glasses, Robbie.
I can't. You know what? My cheaters broke for one. I need a new pair, but I cannot find a pair of cheaters as a pirate and wearing a bandana. It looks pretty damn lame.
Well,
It looks lame for being an
I mean, I have
pirate.
to wear mine. I tried to not
Well,
wear
you
it
don't look
tonight, and I
lame. Well, you.
genuinely cannot read the chat
Hey,
now.
let me tell you something. Yeah, I can barely read the chat, and some people think I'm kidding, but sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. It goes in and out. But cheaters with a bandana is not a very
It's not a
piratey.
sexy look. It's not the
It's
look you're
it's
going for,
not the
Robbie.
look I want.
You don't get the ladies wearing a bandana and
Yeah,
glasses, is what you're saying.
it's just a complex I have, you know. I have no complexes.
You shouldn't. Nobody should,
Yeah, I
really.
know nobody should really. So I have to back this up because whatever I did, I screwed up. So I bear with me a moment because this fourth one that we're about to do is pretty cool. There's actually two left, but we'll see how much time we have. The fourth one is well, they're both good, but let me just find it really quickly. Thanks everybody for coming on in. Blah 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 blah. Getting closer, you
Okay, so I
guys.
can tell you in regards to Southeast Oklahoma, for
Yes.
anybody who hasn't yet, look up the Bigfoot War of 1855.
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah. Allegedly, this really did
Oh,
take place in McCurtain County.
I gotta look that up. I've heard that so many different times. I'm getting close, you guys, to finding this one. I'm sorry. I apologize. I messed this up.
You need to
Almost.
send me your report so that I can have
Yeah.
them backed
Oh,
up for you in the
yeah.
future.
I might have to start doing that. It's not a big. Okay, here we go. I found it. I got it. I got it. I got it. I averted anything. But anyway, thanks everybody. Thanks y'all. Hit that like button. Hit the like button. I don't know how many likes we got. We had like 80 people in here so far.
See if I can get my thing like, dude, hit the like button, hit the like. If I,
Hit
because
the
I'm on a
like.
Mac, it used to be if I held my thumbs up long enough, it would like come up
Oh,
with a
yeah.
thumbs up emoji on the screen.
Thank you to Ben for the awesome super cat. What's that say?
Woo!
Happy International Women's Day.
BMR'd again there.
Yeah, I don't know what it says.
March 8th, that's tomorrow.
Yeah, thank
And
you,
you know what
Benno.
tomorrow is as well? Daylight savings, set your clocks forward.
Is it really?
It's tonight and tomorrow.
I'm losing an hour's sleep now?
You are 100% going to lose
On a
an
man
hour's
who
worth of
never
sleep.
sleeps?
That's right. You're
Oh,
going to get even less.
Thanks for the fabulous news, Monica.
Well, I'd hate for you to be an hour behind the world, my
Oh,
friend.
my God. Jeez. Thanks, everybody. We're going on bizarre news number 4. Now, this bizarre news story comes from a stretch of mountains, everybody, Monica included, in western Pennsylvania, where locals say the forests don't hide just one mystery. They hide several. And of course, it's among the slopes of the infamous,
Allegheny.
well, close to Chestnut Ridge.
Okay, I have a
You
friend
know,
that investigates out there in
yes,
Chestnut Ridge.
I do too. Ronald Murphy, actually.
By
You know
Sean
Ron
Porker.
Murphy? Oh, yeah, okay. Witnesses here have reported encounters with creatures that shouldn't exist. Massive upright figures resembling Bigfoot,
Mhm.
wolf-like humanoids stalking the ridge lines, and even Monica, which I found this to be new and somewhat bizarre and fitting for bizarre news, reptilian.
Oh, alien bases. All right.
Yes. What's disturbing investigators isn't just the sightings, it's that many of them are happening in the same place at the same time. So that's a nice little opening for this bizarre news report. And this is the Chestnut Ridge Monsters, everybody. An escalation of high strangeness is one of America's most mysterious corridors here at the Chestnut Ridge, stretching roughly 100 miles through the forests and hills of western Pennsylvania. The region known as Chestnut Ridge has long carried a reputation among investigators as one of the most active high strangeness zones in the United States. So, for all you people in Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania, yeah, good for you.
Lucky you.
Yeah, there you go. The excuse me, the ridge runs from the outskirts of Pittsburgh down through rural communities near Uniontown and Somerset. For decades, residents have quietly reported a bizarre mix of sightings, massive upright hair covered figures resembling the Bigfoot, blah, blah, blah. And like I said earlier, what makes reports claim unusual is that the witnesses claim multiple creatures appearing in the same general region within days or within hours of each other. Let's see here, trying to find this report. Okay, here we go. Um, a region already known for strange. The ridge itself is no stranger to unexplained phenomena. Investigators from the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Society and local historians often point out that the area gained national attention after the famous, check this one out, 1965 UFO incident near Kecksburg.
Okay.
I know somebody knows a lot about that, which many compare to a miniature Roswell. But cryptid sightings around the ridge go back much further. People think these stories started on the internet, explained researcher Eric Altman. And I do know Eric Altman,
I know Eric also.
director of Pennsylvania's Bigfoot Society, during a recent interview. But farmers and hunters around Chestnut Ridge have been reporting upright creatures and strange lights since at least the early 1900s. The difference today is people are finally talking about it. The December encounter near Laurel Highlands. The newest wave of reports began late last winter near the forests of the Laurel Highlands. According to a report filed with investigators, two hunters from Connellsville, identified as Mark Halstead and Tyler Baines, were checking trail cameras on December 17th when they heard what they initially believed was a distressed animal. Halstead described the moment in a recorded statement. It sounded like a howl, but wrong. Deeper than any wolf I've ever heard, he said. Then something stepped out of the tree line. Both men claimed they saw a tall, canine headed creature standing upright, roughly 7 feet tall. Baines added, the legs bent backward like a dog's, but it was walking like a man. That's what scared us the most. The two
Okay.
hunters left the area immediately, returning the following morning with another friend. What they found only deepened the mystery. Large footprints measuring roughly 16 inches long were discovered along a muddy creek bank. Several of the prints appeared to shift between canine and human like impressions, according to photographs later examined by investigators. Just 3 days later, another report came in from hikers near Ohio Pile State Park, less than 20 miles from the hunter's encounter. A couple visiting from Akron, Ohio, David and Laura Mendez, claimed they observed a large hair-covered figure crossing a snow-covered ridge shortly after sunset. David Mendez described the sighting this way, quote, "It was broad, really broad in the shoulders. It walked across the trail maybe 50 yards ahead of us and didn't even look back." His wife Laura added something investigators found particularly strange. Right after it crossed the trail, we heard something else howling. Further down the valley, it sounded like wolves, but deeper, almost like they were answering each other. The couple later discovered the area had already been flagged for previous Bigfoot reports by researchers. The reptilian claim. Perhaps the most controversial report came in January from a retired coal equipment mechanic named Samuel Coder, who lives near the small community of Mount Pleasant. Coder claims he encountered something far stranger than a large mammal while checking his property after hearing livestock disturbances. "I thought someone was in my shed," he said, "but when I opened the door, I saw eyes reflecting the flashlight, green like glasses." According to Coder, the creature stood roughly 6 feet tall with smooth, dark skin and a narrow head. "It moved quick, like it slid behind the trees," he said. "I don't care if people laugh, that wasn't a bear." Investigators admit that reptilian reports are extremely rare, but note the Ridge has produced similar claims before. Paranormal investigator Stan Gordon, I know Stan Gordon too, has studied the region. He's passed away, I think. Has studied the region for decades and says the cluster of sightings is unusual, but not unprecedented. Chestnut Ridge is one of those places where phenomena overlap, Gordon explained. You'll have UFO sightings one night, Bigfoot reports the next, and occasionally stranger creature encounters mixed in. He refers to these areas as windows, locations where unexplained activity seems to concentrate. The creatures themselves may not be related, Gordon added, but something about he must not be dead, my bad. But Jesus. Sorry, Stan. But I don't know. But anyway, moving on. But something about the geography or environment seems to attract strange events. Residents of small ridge communities often avoid discussing sightings publicly, but several have confirmed unusual activity. A volunteer firefighter from Donegal, I don't know, who has not to be named, not thanks, yeah, said emergency crews occasionally hear reports that never make it into official logs. "We've had people call about animals in the road that don't match anything in the wildlife books," he said. "Most of the times, folks just chalk it up as misidentification and move on." Another resident, Angela Rourke, who runs a roadside diner outside of Somerset, says hunters frequently mention strange sounds in the hills. They come in for coffee before dawn, she says. Sometimes they'll tell you about screams echoing across the ridge that do not belong to coyotes or anything else they know. Wildlife officials, game Pennsylvania Game Commission maintain that most sightings likely stem from misidentification, this, that, and the other. And our buddy Eric Altman, I'll close it with this, says, because I like him, I'll put it in his quote. "When you start seeing Bigfoot reports, Dogman reports, strange lights, and other entities all within the same stretch of mountains, that's when investigators start paying attention." And I will tell you, Monica, as I'm going to do something quickly. I got to scroll down really quick. Anyway, Monica, I think I've always heard about the Chestnut Ridge,
Right.
and I've heard that it is a place where if you're into any of this phenomena we're all into, is really one of the main. I mean, in the United States alone, it's got the UFO, the Bigfoot, the Dogman, the paranormal. I've heard from Altman, Murphy,
Mm-hmm.
and some other things that really is. I mean, if you are one of these that wants to learn and find these things or research these things, I should say, find is a
Mm-hmm.
bad word. That's the place to be, Chestnut Ridge.
You'll encounter something up there, according to everybody that I've talked to that has done investigations there. Like you'll get activity. I don't think you're going to be bored.
J. Michael, Monica is never sleeping. She's never sleeping. She's just paying attention
Wake
and
up,
listening.
Monica.
Yeah.
Were my eyes glazed over? That was a lot of words coming out of Rob's mouth.
It was a lot of words. I knew it'd be the longest one, and there was more left. Sometimes I don't know when to cut them. You know what I mean? But I think we got the information. I think the most important thing about this, I think everything in this report that was said, because I know a couple of people in this, which is always helps, right? I know that Chestnut Ridge has got Bigfoot, Dogman, and everything else.
Right.
Is there anything in there that stuck out to you?
No.
Good.
No, I mean, it's
good. I know, yeah, because you believe, right? You know this.
I believe that there's a lot of everything lurking around in there. You know, I will say the UFO thing I hadn't heard before, but it doesn't surprise me. Like I'm not like my jaw isn't on the floor. You know,
it's not jaw dropping.
Nothing is not jaw dropping.
Whoops, nothing is jaw dropping.
But it's good information, especially for, you know, people that are listening that are just getting into it, or maybe they live in the area, they want to do more research. You know, just be as always, anytime you go in the woods, I can't stress enough, please be careful. There is still some pretty serious wildlife up there. Like my friends have been chased by bears more than a couple of times. They ran like fools. Don't do that. But just, you know, be aware of your environment and go out there and do the research. And that's a great area to get your feet wet. I'm sure the researchers out there are not happy that we're encouraging people to go out into their research areas, but you know, it is what it is.
I mean, the gist of that entire story or report, or that was not even really a report. It seemed more like a write-up. But the thing about it is, anybody out there that's in Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania, are into this stuff, yeah, I would recommend that. People ask me, you know, it's a great, now I have an answer for people, because I get these questions all the time, really, on DMs and stuff. I'm like, oh my God. I don't know everything. I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy behind a mic, right? Here's the thing. Now I know to tell people Chestnut Ridge in Pennsylvania, somewhat centrally located, not really, more toward the east. That's the place I would send people, or the PNW, and quite frankly, Michigan, northern Michigan.
So people that are interested in it, I mean, we have to do the same thing. You go in and you do the research, you listen to reports, you find more recent reports wherever you can, right? If you live in a town and people are saying they're seeing weird things in the woods or they're hearing weird things in the woods, that gives you a clue as to where to start. If you go online and research your area, go to not the Bigfoot forums. What's the one that Moneymaker has?
BFRO?
The BFRO. They've got tons of reports. Go in there and see but try to find more recent reports, right? A historical report or something like from the 80s isn't going to do you any good. Like try to find more recent things. Put some posters up in Walmart.
Yeah.
You'll get people texting you. Are they all going to be legit? No. But you'll get some information. It'll point you in the right direction.
Point you in the correct direction. And yes, and like you said, the 80s, if you want something current, look at anything in the 2000s, really 2020, really.
Yeah,
you
in
can go back to
20s. I mean, late teens, I would accept as, relatively recent.
Yeah.
But, not something from like 1984. I don't care what they saw crossing a road in 1984. And there's been crickets since. You caught something odd on a migrating path, perhaps. It doesn't mean they're in the area.
No,
if you start seeing patterns, like pull up reports, read reports, as many places as you can, find patterns. research the patterns.
It's all about patterns, and you'll find data because data is consistent with patterns and it's consistent with everything that we do on a daily basis, right? I've tried to do like we're not researchers. I mean, not full blown. When I go in the woods, I'll research.
I'm not
today. I look for
a good chunk of my life to research.
I'm not going to devote my life
anymore. I'll do it, but
my research is like talking to people that know stuff and just sitting out in the woods one day. And I'm not a fan of sitting in the woods in a tent for very long, unless I'm in a trailer.
I'm too old for tent camping. I'm just too old for that crap. I'm too old for that shice.
After I told you about the spiders, I'm done.
After you told me about spiders?
Yeah, come on. I just sent you the video.
Oh, yeah.
The shorts.
A bit. Yeah, and they laid eggs in his arm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, no.
That happened camping. We won't go there again.
I didn't know that happened camping. I thought it happened in his house.
No, we were camping.
Oh.
Yeah.
Screw that. You don't even know what kind of spider it was. Oh no.
No, that was a short. We went camping.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
I missed that part. I think I was just glossed over because I knew what was coming and it was
You did. You did. I dropped a short video. Monica's precious on this one. Your face.
Yeah, it's precious. My horror.
I know. It was horrific. It was horrific.
It is horrific.
Look on your face.
It looks like something live crawling out of their flesh.
It's almost 1,000 people have watched that short. And I dropped it.
Really great.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Whatever.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm too old for that. I'm too old for that. Ever since the pinata spiders coming out of Brown Springs, you haven't experienced pinata spiders yet, have you?
I have not. Don't care that I want to. Really briefly before we wrap things up, thanks to Ben for the super cat for International Happy Women's Day. I said that wrong. Mr. Castro, the Stupa Cat is open, y'all. Rick Skinner, Late Night Pirate Crew Refreshment Fun indeed, Rick. Paranormal Discussions, Mickey G. I'm still not used to that, Mickey, if you're still here. Thank you. Keith, of course, 5 new pirates. Gary, thank you for the super cat. Werewolf, $2. Thank you.
Nice.
Nicole, Coley. Oh, which reminds me, tune in tomorrow, 4:10 Central. We're doing a collab. I think we got Miles Johnson, if I remember. We're talking about E.T. She's going to kill me. E.T. The E.T. Battlefield, I believe it was. Yes. 4:10 Central, and these collaboration, both channels, go check us out there. And then, of course, I'll be back Tuesday. Monica, I'm not going to ask what you're doing because you'll let me know when you're ready for that. Subscribe to everybody.
I'm doing my own thing.
You are doing you. You are doing the Monica thing, and I love the Monica thing. Monica Rollins, still subscribe to her, but turn on your alert bell.
Eventually, I'll put something. I keep saying that. I know.
Hey, you know what? Do what you want, Monica.
I do what I want. I think that's pretty apparent.
I am glad. It's very apparent, but I'm glad you like doing what you do with me on Thursdays at 1 and Saturday at 11.
I always have a good time with Rob. As you guys can tell, we're always joking around.
Yes, we are.
Very good time.
I enjoy these shows. I enjoy all the shows. I enjoy all of you. Hit that like button on your way out. Thanks for the love, the support. Subscribe, like, share across the board. On that note, we are going to cut it. I had one more left, Monica, but it's already 1:33. I got to stretch the hip again. I'll save it for next week. Oh, I have to save it for the week after because I want you to hear this next one.
That's 2 weekends. I won't be here, sir.
So you're not here for 2 straight Saturdays? Okay.
Yep.
Just remind me.
2 straight Saturdays and a Thursday.
You're gonna have to text me.
I will text you, Robbie.
Thank you. Thank you to my Australian friend Susan for the awesome
Yay.
super cats. Great way to close the show. Thank you, Monica.
Thank you, Val.
Thanks to all of you, of course. And I've just got to look for the button.
The button that never leaves its stationary position on the screen.
What do I do? Just hit end stream? I forget.
Yes. Then end and play extra. Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I forgot that.
Would you like me to do that for you?
I got the finger on the button right now. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for watching Bigfoot, Michigan, Rob, and beyond. Join the many, join the few. Tuesday night p.m. Eastern, the squad is complete. Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern.